Hi guys, I'm Sharanya and welcome back to my channel Wildflower Vibes. So today's video is going to be all about how you can improve your makeup techniques if you have dry, dull, non-glowy skin. And if you want to know how I got this makeup look which does not look cakey, which does not look dull, non-glowy, then please keep watching. So first what I'm going to do is take this hair out of my face. If your face is very dry, I would highly suggest you do a hydrating mask before you apply any makeup. But today, since it's almost the beginning of the summer here, I just washed my face and then I spritz my face with this facial mist. So if you want to know my complete morning skincare routine, I'll leave a card here so you can check that video out. So I have done half of my skincare and then I did apply my vitamin C serum which has the hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is very important if you have very dry and dehydrated skin. They hold like 1,000 times more moisture onto the skin, so I'm applying an extra layer of hyaluronic acid serum. So if you do the hydrating mask before makeup, it's going to give that extra hydration, and then after the mask you can go ahead and do your skincare. So now I'm going to apply my moisturizer for the day. So this moisturizer is by Cetaphil. This moisturizer has, I think they have ceramide in it, very skin emollient. This moisturizer, make sure the moisture that you're applying is very creamy. When your skin is dry, they kind of appear dull, lackluster, no glowiness in them. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make your skin look like it's not that dull. It looks a little bit radiant, glowy, not oily, but like definitely radiant and glowy and hydrated. The trick here is to use cream products as much as possible. So I'm not gonna say don't use powder at all. Sometimes the powder also can go on top of the creams and everything. When you choose a foundation or a face tint for your dry skin, make sure you're choosing a foundation or a facial tint which is hydrating, which is meant for dry skin. And today I'm going to use this Sephora 10 Hour Wear Perfect foundation in the shade 26.5. So I'm going to take out a half a pump, I guess, and I'm going to show you the consistency. So if you see, I hope you can see, so the consistency is very creamy. It's not thick, it's not runny as well, it's very creamy to touch. So this is a perfect consistency in my opinion for a dry skin. So I'm going to apply this with finger first. You can also go ahead and blend this with your finger. That's what I would do if I don't have a lot of time. I just use my fingers to blend the product. But today I'm going to use a beauty sponge. So this beauty sponge is from Elf Cosmetics. So I have dampened the sponge and I have also wrung out all the water from it. So using a damp sponge like this to blend out your complexion products is going to be a gift for you, because again, this will soak up excess product from your face, and since this is already dampened, it kind of adds the moisture back in as you're blending, and then the blending is also going to be very easy when the sponge is dampened and ready to use. So I am blending this out with the sponge. And then I'm going to be very gentle when I am blending out the foundation, so that the skin underneath is not irritated at all. So if you feel like you need more coverage and if you feel like you want to use more foundation for any reason, make sure you're applying in layers, and also make sure you're applying and also make sure you're blending it with a dampened sponge. So I feel like I need a little bit more coverage in certain areas, so I'm going to apply it with my fingers first. I'm going to blend this with the sponge very gently. Now I'm going to apply a concealer by Elf Cosmetics. It's their Hydrating Camo Concealer, which is a satin finish concealer, and in the shade Light Beige. So I'm going to apply this on the back of my hand first, just a tiny bit. I don't want a lot of them. Okay, now I am going to take this underneath my eyes. I'm going to apply this underneath my eye a little bit. So now I'm going to use the same sponge to blend that out. Again, when you're selecting a concealer, make sure you're selecting a concealer which is hydrating but not oily. Make sure they're hydrating, at least like a soft matte satin finish type of a foundation, concealer. And then check in your mirror to see if any area is looking cakey, if any area is looking crusty, the foundation is coming off, it's clinging to the dry patches that might be on your skin, so that you might kind of go over with the sponge and then remove that thing. So I'm going to let this combo sit on my face for some time to see how it's going to set down. If the foundation and the concealer is going to set down by itself, well and good. I don't need to use any powder after that. If I feel like even after some time I can feel the stickiness on my skin from the foundation and concealer, I might go in with the a powder to set it, since the dry skin doesn't have to do anything with the eyebrows. So I'll be quick with the eyebrow today. If you have very dry skin or dehydrated skin, I would suggest you go with a cream blush, cream bronzer and cream highlighter. But sometimes in the market you might find a powder blush, powder bronzer or powder contour powders which are suitable for the dry skin. I can take a little bit of the foundation and scrape off some of the powder blush on top of that foundation. So just scraped off some of it, and then I'm gonna pour this on top of the foundation, and I'm going to mix it right here. So this is going to give a very beautiful finish, like a light pink. And then I'm going to apply this on top of the cheeks. I can blend it with fingers, but I'm going to apply the dampened sponge. So like this. Now you might want to go with your bronzer, right? You can also mix this with your foundation to make it a little bit darker and then just apply it right here. So I'm gonna do that for you right now. Another tip would be to use a darker shade of foundation or a darker shade of that concealer to contour. So makeup is fun, and you can play, or you can manipulate any makeup product for your use. So I'm just going to apply the foundation here, maybe a little bit more. Okay, and then I have already scraped the bronzer, and then I'm going to apply on top of that. So see, that's looking really nice. It's a really nice shade of contour or bronzer. So now I'm going to take this and applying it to the hollows of the cheek right here, so like so. I'm gonna do one cheek at a time, again taking the damp sponge and going to blend this out. Again, this might take some practice. So I have some more left, so I'm going to take this around the face here to give some more shadow and structure. Contour my nose as well, why not? Alright, now you can go ahead and see if you want to set your foundation and concealer. So to set the foundation and concealer, I am going to use, where is it? Okay, so I'm going to use this Flawless Silk. It's a finishing powder. It's a loose finishing powder by Lily Lolo. It's a sample size and I think I like it. So I'm just going to apply this onto the cap here, and then I'm going to use this fluffy brush, coat it completely with the powder. The trick here is to choose a powder, a setting powder, which is meant for dry skin. So if the label says, hey, this is a matte finishing powder, don't buy it if you have dry skin. Look for words like, I'm going to link some words maybe right here to go. Look for those words when you're selecting or when you're purchasing a setting powder for dry skin. All right, so now I'm going to apply under my eyes. Again, be gentle and apply very, very little amount, because if you have dry skin, a little amount of the setting powder goes a very, very long way. I'm going to set my whole face. So that like if you have any event to go to, or not right now, but if you're working from home and then you have a 9-to-5 job and you still want your makeup to look good on your Zoom calls the whole day, sometimes you have calls the whole day, right? So apply very, very gentle. Cream highlighters are your best friend if you have dry skin. So I should have applied it before I set my foundation, but this one sits nicely even on the powders. So I'm just going to apply this top of my cheekbone. I'm going to blend it with the sponge as usual. I think we're all done with the face. Now I'm going to finish up rest of my makeup and I'll be back right now. Okay, so I'm back with my complete makeup done. So even after applying so many products, it doesn't look cakey. Why? Because I used everything in a cream form, and you can get away with using powders even if you have dry skin, but those have different set of tricks and tips and tricks to use. I'm always looking for ways to make my skin or my foundation or my makeup routine look more natural, more skin-like, and more glowy and dewy. So what you can do is you can also go ahead with that same cream product, and then you can also apply on the bridge of my nose if you want more glow, and you will look glowy all around on the chin. You can also apply on the chin and looks more glowy now, and also go into the inner corners to make that area pop. So I hope you guys learned something from this video, and if you did try all these tricks, let me know how the makeup turned out. I would love to know how it turned out for you guys. And yeah, that is my completed makeup routine for dry skin, especially the complexion products. I hope you guys liked this, and if you want to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel. Click the thumbs up button if you did like this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye, take care, namaste.